Whoa. Call out. She was from the west side, uptown, 45th Ave, bad little thing, she a cutie, and she got swag, told her that when I come through, we could pop tags, took her out of town just for shopping, you know we blow it back, don't care if haters is watching, they just getting mad, real bosses moving inside.
And a lot of us start dating for the pure goal of giving somebody else the responsibility to do what we can't do for ourselves, make us happy. When I hear women say, I just want to find, okay, I need that fan off me. Where's it coming from? Okay, I need to move that back. I got the Marcus Garvey disease. It's called bronchitis. Anybody here suffering from bronchitis? Too much wind hit them lungs, and the next thing you know, you wheezing. And as an orator, I can't afford to wheeze. I'm good now. When I hear women say, I want to find a man who's going to make me happy, I say, sweetie, he don't exist. When I hear men say, I want to find a woman who could just give me peace of mind, brother, she don't exist. You're trying to get from something outside of you, something that can only come from the inside. You are responsible for your own happiness. How dare you give it to somebody else? But because you ain't been able to make yourself happy, you would have taken your dirty emotional laundry and put it on somebody else's steps and invade their peace of mind so they can give you yours. Ain't that crazy? I'm going to disturb your peace of mind so you can give me mine. And y'all laughing because y'all guilty as hell. Number 2, security. This is a big one. Unmet needs from childhood. Everybody in this room, black, white, rich, poor, male, female, have a need for 4 things from your parents. Some of us got it from our mom and our dad. Some of us only got it from mom. Some of us only got it from dad. Some of us ain't get it from either mom or dad. What are these 4 most critical emotional fulfillments that our parents are responsible for giving us? If they don't give them to you, that puts you at risk for one of the psychopathic dating personalities, such as in ladies being a hopeless romantic, falling in love with every man you meet within 2 minutes. We're going to talk about y'all, but we're going to talk about the brothers too. Become a domestic abuser, trying to punish every woman you date for the disappointments your mama made you. And some of you women think you so special that a man who don't like his mother, you're going to make him like you though. Failing to realize that his relationship with his mother is a blueprint, and her relationship with her daddy is a blueprint. And if they don't like that original love affair with mom, or if she don't like that original love affair with dad, they ain't going to have one with you for long. Because sooner or later, you're going to objectify to the punishing dad. Sooner or later, you're going to objectify to the punishing mother. Study people's relationships with the opposite sex parent. Critical. So what are these 4 unmet needs? Number 1 is love, intimacy, a deep emotional bond with your mother and a deep emotional bond with your father, and the bond with the opposite sex parent is most key. So for men it was your mother, and for daughters it was your dad. If you don't have that deep emotional love, intimacy bond with that opposite sex parent, now you have an emotional deficiency. Ladies, you still need that validation from dad. Fellas, you still need that validation from mom. So when you get older, if you're not conscious of how your unmet needs play out, you're going to become 2 types of people. You're going to be the type, because you never had love from your parents, you're scared of it. Ladies, you ever date a man who's a good brother, but soon he fall in love with you, his ass disappeared? Like, damn, I know he was really into me. I felt it. He just disappeared from my life. You know why? He was scared. He started to feel that attachment that he had to his parents. They cut off on him. He thinks you're going to cut off on him, so he's going to protect himself from being hurt by becoming absent from your life. Fellas, ever date a sister? And she's all crazy over you over the first day. Hopeless romantic. She's trying to force you to give what she never got from her daddy. Two ways. You're going to run towards what you need and never got. I'm going to make him love me. I'm going to fall in love with everybody in the first day. That's the attachment type. And then you got the rejection type. I'm going to run from anybody who makes me feel like I can fall in love with them. People who guard their hearts. Ever been in a relationship and you try to make them love you? Try to make them drop their guard. Drop your guard, baby. Drop your guard, baby. Drop your guard. You done wasted 10 years in that damn relationship. They ain't never dropped their guard. When you meet somebody, you got to ask yourself a fundamental question. Can I live with this person as they are for the rest of my life if they never changed until the day I die? I didn't say because you live with 85% of them, because we like to cheat and shit. Let me tell you. You like 85% of her, but there's 15% you don't like. But because she almost got everything you want, you try to convince yourself you can do without that last 15. But what do we know about relationships? Problems don't disappear. They get bigger over time. That little issue you had with her, it ain't going to disappear. It's going to swell. Because that's really a non-negotiable for you, but you're trying to convince yourself that it ain't. So you got to know your non-negotiables. And you got to put them on the table early. We don't do that. We wait till our emotions is all in it. We done baked a couple cookies together. Now you got an emotional attachment. Now we want to start talking about rules. How the hell are you going to bring the rules up after you made a cookie? Rules come before. You don't go into business with nobody before y'all have a contract. Contract come first. We want to cook cookies and then come back to the contract table. When feelings is all in it. It don't work like that. And what is one of our biggest mistakes? The assumption that he should have knew that's what I wanted him to do. The assumption she should have knew that I didn't want her to have no male friends. The assumption that she should have knew she's supposed to cook. He should have knew he's supposed to clean. Don't make assumptions about people. You don't know their histories. You got to put it on the table. Ladies, you got to tell your man, in this relationship, I don't ever expect to catch you wearing my underwear. Ladies, you got to tell him. Fellas, you looking for a real traditional woman? You want her to cook, clean, stay home with the kids? You got to put that on the table. Ladies, you want a real traditional masculine type of man who fix the car when you got a flat, take out the trash? You got to remember, a lot of these men was messed up by their mothers. They don't take out no trash. Their mother took it out. And you gonna take it out. Some of y'all dating metrosexual men. Not homosexual, metrosexual. Prettier than you. You call him telling me I got a flat, and? You calling me for this ain't AAA? He might bring you to Jack, but he ain't jacking nothing. My nails might break. You got to know what you want. A lot of us don't know what we want. We only know what we don't want. And spiritually, by focusing on what you don't want, you get more of it. Whatever the mind applies its focus to multiplies. If you focus on what you want, you'll get it. You focus on and you're afraid of what you ain't going to get, you're going to get that. The mind must bring to itself that which consistently occupies it. There's another law of relationships and dating. And it's called the law of the cheat. And by the way, my next book is for black women. It's called Rules of Engagement. Relationships and dating laws for black women. If you follow the damn laws, you'll get married to the man you need. You break them! And you'll be a statistic. What is the law of the cheat? The law of the cheat, male, female, says that the type of person you need, the type of person you want, the type of person you dream for will never manifest until you get rid of all those people you know you don't need.
Yes, sir.
How many of us like to keep an ace in the hole? You know your baby dad crazy. And you don't need to be giving him no cookie nookie. But because you're single and you ain't got nothing better to do, you stir up his emotions by throwing him a damn cookie once in a while. And you know he can't take it. So he flipped right back out. And you find a good man and you lose the good man. He said, why I keep losing the good brothers? Because you still tied up in not so good brothers. In the universe, they're going to bring you the man you want, ladies, because you might hurt him because you're still in love with that crazy baby daddy. Same thing with the fellas. The law of the cheat. You're only cheating yourself. So we talked about love. What else do we need from our parents? Trust. Your daddy said he was going to come to your cheerleading thing. He ain't show up. You learning to mistrust him. Your mommy said she was coming to your football game. She didn't come. Fellas, you learning to mistrust women. Most of us don't even know that we generalize to others what we learn from our mom and dad. You got to be able to trust. And if you never was able to trust your parents, you're going to be two types of people. Again, the type who trust everybody on the first date. You ever date somebody, they want to give you the keys to the house first date. Then you go come in whenever you want. I ain't never there, but you can stay. Trying to force a trusting relationship because you wanted it and never had it. And then you got people who will never trust no matter what. Fellas, you ever go to the movies with your girl? Y'all watching the movie? She's so untrusting, and she keep looking at your hands and see if you texting somebody while the movie over. Show me your hands, brother. Show me your hands. You gotta hold them up the whole movie. What you need to understand is you can't change people. We keep trying to change people. You ain't changing nobody. The human personality is largely fixed at age 5. Based on what? Attachment, relationship with caregiver. There's 3 types of attachment patterns. And the type of attachment pattern you have with your opposite sex parent is likely to be the type of attachment you keep having in all your relationships. There's a science to this. You can have an anxious attachment to your dad or your mom. That means what? You couldn't trust them at all. It was not a good relationship. There was no bond. You'd rather hang out with other people's parents than your own. These are the type of kids who get dropped off at the daycare. They can't wait to get dropped off. Go ahead and go to work. Get away from them. Just get. Leave me some lunch money. 5 years old. Leave me some lunch money. Right? That's a negative attachment. Your parent could drop you off, not come back for 2 weeks, and you don't even realize they was gone. Ain't no type of bond. You be that same way when you grow up, you be in relationships. No type of bond. Hey, honey, I'm going to Africa for the summer. Okay, bye. What you telling me for, shit? See? No attachment. And then you got anxious. Anxious is when you can trust sometimes, but you can't trust other times. You're like, can I trust my mom today? Your mom dropped you off at the daycare? I'm going to be back at 4 o'clock to pick you up. But instead, she sent your uncle. And you end up staying with your uncle for 2 weeks. Your mother's alive. You can't trust her. You're going to generalize that to other women if you're not conscious of it. Consciousness is the key. That was a great change. Most of us are slaves to have it. And then you have secure. That's the best one, right? I trust my man. I can't see him. I don't know where he at, but I know he ain't doing nothing he ain't supposed to do. And most ladies are like, dang, how can I get to that? Fellas, same thing. And once you know the type of attachment you have with your opposite sex parent, I want you to compare it to the types you had in your major relationships. Look for the pattern. You got to break it. Stop blaming the people you meet. Why keep on attracting bad women? Why keep on attracting bad men? Because you have an unmet need that all of them was fulfilling for you, no matter how trifling the relationship was. But until you stop being a slave to your unmet needs, you'll never be free. Sisters who are victims of sexual abuse, sometimes they attract physically imposing, very masculine men as a subconscious way of protecting themselves from further exploitation from other men. And those physically opposing, masculine type A males end up becoming the domestic abuser all over again. What is your pattern? Why do you keep getting the same type of men and same type of women? It's a riddle that only you can fix based on your personal history with your parents. Most of us are doomed or blessed to have healthy relationships by the time we're 10 years old. Because based on your relationship with your parents, it helped predicted that. So you got to be able to trust. You got to be able to love. You got to be able to reciprocate. Do you know what reciprocity means? My birthday come around, you do something nice for me. Your birthday come around, I do something nice for you. You took me to dinner, I take you. I paid this time, you pay next time. Ladies, you ever date a man, you do everything for his birthday, your birthday come around, you get a text message or an e-card. You're like, damn, he cheated. He's stingy as hell because he grew up in a